Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at staying frosty, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name's Benj.
And my name's Isaac. And today, we are going to draw one of the classic characters of Christmas time, Frosty the Snowman.
Yes.
So if you've been keeping up with our extra description story, basically if you've been if you've been reading the first few chapters of our 100% true Christmas encounter that we had with none other than the Frosty the Snowman,
right,
in the description of our videos, then you'll know Benj and I have had quite the experience lately. It's not an easy job hanging out with the snowman, especially not the Frosty the Snowman.
No, it's not.
Now, I don't think before today you have ever uttered the phrase Frosty like you did there just a second ago.
Yeah, and I had to break a few vows to say it, but
I mean,
what we do for the show, am I right?
Yeah, it's true. We won't really get into it too much. I know we can't because of the prophecy, but it's best to just explain that today we're going to draw Frosty the Snowman for you. Now, here's the thing. Everybody has seen the 1950s Frosty the Snowman TV special.
Right, yeah.
At least once.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah. On Earth. Like, there are groups who go to the far reaches, to the unreached peoples, and show them Frosty the Snowman so that they understand today's video. Yeah, it's important mission. Yep,
that it is.
But anyway, today we're not gonna draw the traditional Frosty the Snowman, because we've come to realize a couple of things after hanging out with Frosty for the time that we got to, and that is that Frosty desperately needs to be updated for the modern age. Now, we don't say this about much. We're pretty traditional people.
Yeah,
Benj and I. But there's something about when you see a snowman, pop up in 2023 and try to run about the streets of town. There's just something that he doesn't quite understand about the modern world versus the one he grew up in.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to help with today.
Yeah, I mean, back in the olden days, when you ran over a cop, he just laughed it off.
Yeah, but when Frosty accidentally barrels into our cop friend, we ended up in jail for a day until...
In the artist freezer.
We don't want to talk about that, but the point is...
Just go read the description from last...
The point is, we're going to update Frosty with a new fashion sense. This is going to be a first for us. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get Frosty a couple options that he can just pick the next time he comes to town.
Right, yeah.
Cause
we will build snowmen next year.
Yes.
And then we'll put the hat on them and he'll choose which body.
Yeah, which one. We'll ask the hat, I guess. We'll ask him this year.
We can put it on just a generic snowman.
And
then he can look at the other two.
And he can be like, I want that one. But see, our drawings are really what are going to speed up this process.
Yeah, because we can show
Frosty's only got a day, and then he melts away.
Yeah,
it's quite,
Arizona.
It's a rough life for a snowman.
Yeah.
Especially the coming to life kind. You've all...
In the middle of the desert.
This is a rough spot for his hat to pop up. I imagine it just blows on the winds of winter.
In fact, what we should probably do is send the drawing that he prefers and in the hat and send it to some other state.
Up in Minnesota where there's snow.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
It's kind of amazing actually that there was snow at all here in Mesa, Arizona for this to happen.
Yeah.
But the point is, time for a makeover. I haven't really thought about ever doing a makeover show.
We can make that the Two Poor makeup artists.
No, not makeup artists. Two poor makeover artists.
Makeover, okay.
Makeover.
We find ugly people and...
Well, we find ugly people and we draw drawings of what they could look like.
Okay.
Maybe that's something we can look into in the new year. So if you know any ugly people, leave us a comment.
Yep.
Tag them.
Picture.
Send this video to them and be like, look, there's hope.
Yeah, we could you could look like with our drawings.
Yeah, see, one way or another, our videos will help them. It'll either help boost their self-esteem, or in the new year, we can do a makeover.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
The point is today, though, we're going to draw Frosty the Snowman and give him a makeover. So if you're impressed with today's makeover, then maybe in the future,
Yeah. Like, especially if you consider yourself ugly,
mm-hmm.
you can send us a picture.
Yeah. Please send us your ugly pictures.
Yeah.
We'll help. Maybe.
We'll draw them.
We got big
in
plans.
our
we got
classic
big
styles.
plans. Big plans. All right. So Frosty the Snowman, he's got legs.
Okay.
This is one of the complicated things about a snowman.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he has to walk
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and dance about.
Okay. This is what we're going with.
I mean, once it's on paper, can't be not on paper.
It's going for a new. This is what he wants.
Did he ask you specifically?
We chatted in prison. You bond with a snowman. And
I want hips. Hips for days.
he calls them love handles. Thank you. He's never known love. Well, I mean, like, stop it. Stop it. You won't disrupt my drawing with laughter. I can't keep a steady hand though. When you're cackle.
Have you seen what you're drawing?
I'm drawing what I think he wants. Okay? It's just this is what's in. This is the style.
If you say so.
It's just a snowman. A snowman had hips and waist, and do snowmen have butts? I didn't see one. That's all. I didn't.
I don't think they're necessary.
Yeah, that's true.
He exists off of the cold.
All right. Anyway, let me just connect that there. Because Frosty's one of the. Have you ever seen a snowman that's more than three? More than three
sections? Nope.
Yeah, neither is anyone.
But I've seen ones that are like Frosty in the cartoon is no sections.
No sections, yeah. So we're going back to a traditional look.
Mm-hmm.
A 3-section snowman.
Right.
I don't know if I'm ready for the head yet. Let's just focus on what we got. Yeah, let's focus on this. The first thing we got to do is we got to give Frosty some shoes. And what's cool and modern? Crocs.
Oh. Maybe they're modern.
Cool.
They're not
No,
cool.
yeah. See,
They're also not modern.
yeah, well,
Like
this just looks like Frosty
like
had.
they existed when we were in high school, but like you were made fun of if you wore them.
Yeah, that's the point.
Like bullied relentlessly and
Probably.
well deserved.
Yeah, I still am a. See, like
Because
I
imagine if
still
they
approve of the bullying.
imagine if you weren't bullied,
yeah,
then
that's
you
true.
would continue wearing them.
You see, bullying at its core has a truth to it.
Yeah,
If you're bullied for the shoes you wear, like, you might feel bad, you might cry.
Well, like it might
The
not be
person's
the
definitely gonna
proper thing
No,
to do,
but there's a truth hidden in there.
but like you
And you
should
know
not
it.
wear those shoes.
There's a reason you cry when you're bullied.
Yeah.
And it's not just because the person's being
Right.
mean and
'Cause
cruel.
if they're just like lying,
Because you know they're kind of right.
yeah. Because if they're just completely wrong, like if you were wearing the coolest shoes in the world, and they're like bullying you for them, you're just like you're jealous and you walk away.
Exactly.
But like when you're wearing Crocs, you're like,
I know,
know.
deep down.
that I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. See, like, if you're wearing Crocs that look like these Crocs too, I don't.
See, like now, if you're the type of person that's like, Crocs are utility, and I don't care what people say,
Yeah. You can
then
put 'em
okay,
in.
fine. I can't say anything to you
You ever seen
because
someone put their Crocs in sports mode, or what do they call it? Action mode, or
where you like put the.
yeah, you put
But it's just the way you should
put
always
the part
have
over
them.
your heel like you
Yeah.
always should have.
Yeah, should have just done that from the start. Because otherwise, why do you have Crocs on?
I completely agree. You know what else they've got in modern Crocs? They've got those like, and this is really where Crocs get
At least
like
Crocs are better than flip flops, though. Like,
no, because like flip flops. I own flip flops, and they're good for two things. They're good for walking on the beach, and they're good for like taking out the trash. You slip on your shoe, you do what you need to, you get back in the house,
no, you just
and
wear tennis
keeps
shoes.
it keeps your foot
Tennis
cool if you're at the
shoes,
beach.
Tennis shoes
No,
always.
if you wear tennis shoes to the beach, you spend the next 6 months of your life trying to get all the sand out of your shoe.
No, you just burn your feet and throw away the shoes.
So you're just saying you don't wear shoes at all.
At the beach? Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't wear shoes at the beach.
You'd like to get from the car to the beach. Anyway, what's really gross about Crocs, among the fact that they're literally just like the Swiss cheese of shoes, is the fact that they have these like charms now. You know?
Mm-hmm.
This is a candy cane charm.
Oh.
And this will be like a gingerbread charm. You're just going to have to take my word that that's a gingerbread man.
Right. Okay.
You know, but like, whoever thought that there should be charms plugging up the holes of your Crocs, it's gross.
Yeah.
It's really gross. If you make Croc charms for a living, you're gross. I'm sorry. I think it's gross.
I mean,
I don't know.
the feet don't need to be decorated.
The thing about it, it's like the corks of the shoe world. It's like corking up all the smell into the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Crocs have holes for, like, to vent them. So you walk like, who felt those needed filled? They're gross.
Like,
They're like gross.
they looked at kids wearing Crocs and they're like, we have to do something. That's
Yeah.
what they were thinking.
Maybe that's what it distracts at least. No, but I think it doesn't distract. It draws more
draws-
attention
yeah.
to the Crocs.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be drawing attention to your feet anyways. Like, the feet exist to touch the ground and get your body from one place to another. Like, who's like decorating their feet? Decorate your face.
Decorate your face. People do that. It's called makeup.
Who's looking at people's feet?
Yeah, but imagine if you wore something like Crocs on your face. It'd be like a net over your face that then you'd plug
But like,
up
if you're
with.
gonna get a charm,
Yeah.
put it on your face.
I guess that's what earrings are.
Yeah.
Nose rings.
Yeah,
And
and like hair things.
yeah, see, I'm with you. Let's move on from the Crocs though, because I really don't want to think about them too much. They're kind of like I get like grossed out by Crocs.
Because
Last thing
They're
I'll say
gross.
about it, and I'm sorry to all the people now that are like, I've been a fan of the Two Poor Artists, and I'm wearing my Crocs right now.
yeah, you can stop being our fan.
No, just well, I mean that's good. I mean, for your own sake, you probably should listen to that, but just make better shoe choices. That's all we're saying. Anyway, let's move on to the.
I mean, or if you don't care, then you're allowed to not care.
Mm-hmm. You know what those are?
Pockets.
Yes, they are. Because I'm always hearing
No
girls complain
pockets.
about not having pockets, and
Is
I've never
Frosty
seen.
a girl?
No, but he needs pockets. Like, where's he
Yeah.
going to put his cell phone?
Yeah, I mean, I've never bought clothing that doesn't have pockets.
Yeah, like no pants I've ever
Yeah.
owned.
Like if I'm
It'd be
buying,
hard. It'd be hard to find pants for a man.
well, but
that
even
don't have
even
pockets.
like if I buy a swimsuit, if I buy pajamas, if it doesn't have a pocket, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
And if I stick my hands in it, and my arms don't go all the way in, I also don't buy it. Because you got to have big pockets or else it's not worth spending money on. Oh, I see. You got those expensive coals.
Uh-huh. Yeah. These are like coals that are like shaped coals. You
Mm-hmm.
can get these at the store in the shaped coal department.
Yep. Most stores have that.
Most, not all. Point is, we're going to mix it up. It's not just lumps of coal anymore. It's like, it's a fashion statement. Because really, okay, here's what we're going for overall with Frosty the Snowman, at least me.
Mm-hmm.
What are the kids, when the kids talk about their fashion now, they have a very, I'm going to say unfortunate way of describing it, because it's true, but it almost fits with Frosty the Snowman.
Right.
Because he like melts away, right? And if you have ice, imagine this, everyone. If you have ice at your house, go get an ice cube right now. Okay, since your fridge is right next to your TV, we're good. Or you could have paused the video, I guess. Maybe got a mini fridge full of ice cubes next to the couch or the computer screen or wherever it is you're watching this. In the car, you reached into your water bottle. If you leave ice in your hand and it starts to melt, what's going to happen? Drip, 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 drip. It's going to start dripping. And you see, that's fitting for Frosty the Snowman because he's a snowman and he melts and then he comes back again later.
Right.
But it's also what the kids nowadays call cool looking fashion. It's their drip. It's drippy. It's drip.
I still want to know where that comes from.
I don't really know. I think...
It's like sometimes it makes sense. Like you've also heard them say Riz, right? Like
I try not to think
but
about
like
it.
that comes from charisma.
Yeah.
Like that makes sense.
Not okay.
Like yeah, it's bad, but it like makes sense. Where'd drip come from?
I do not know.
Do you have tentacle arms?
These are not going the way I expected. But I don't even know where to go from here.
What is happening? What is that?
It's a mitten. I was trying to give him muscles.
Those are muscles? What?
It's just a lobster arm. A lobster crab. I'm so sorry. Maybe I can fix this. I'm going to try to fix this in a second.
Okay.
I think it looks less like an arm than it should. So we'll try to fix it in a second. Yes, that's really bad. Okay. Before I go too far,
I kind of feel like you're drawing him dabbing.
we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it.
Giving him, his head's not even like. and
What's
it's
wrong
so
with it?
small to his body, and it's like a little bit off centered. And you gave him a hat.
I did give him a hat. Because hats are drip.
Yeah, I don't understand. See,
Yeah,
in my book, like guys, because and it just comes from living in the 90s and early 2000s. Like guys that wore hats were the worst people.
Yeah, you're right. They still are.
Like it was cool for girls to wear hats, but if guys wore hats, it was like the worst. So that's like still how I think. Like if I see a guy in a hat, I'm like that. You're the worst. Girl in a hat, that's cool.
Okay, that's now part of a scarf that's around his neck.
What the like arm is a
It's
scarf?
big. It's blowing in the wind. We'll add some wind. Wind.
I can't see what you're seeing.
Wind. It's just imagine that this is like a scarf that goes behind him, and it wraps around him, and it goes around the neck somehow.
I can't see.
Yeah, we'll draw it like going in front. Let's just admit that it's probably see-through somehow. Or maybe it's got stripes.
Like it still kind of just looks like his arm.
It's just wrapped around him like it's cool. Like it's cool. It's got stripes. Like candy cane stripes. But cool. It's fashion. It doesn't have to look good. I've determined that the more fashionable something is, the less good it actually looks. You know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's actually starting to look kind of cool.
I know, right? Like that's what I'm going for.
Now that you got this scarf going, it's actually doing something.
And we've got the Gucci logo because it's a Gucci
I don't
scarf.
think that's the Gucci. What
It's
the
close,
Gucci
right?
logo looks like.
I think it's close.
Dude, this is like
We're poor artists. We can't afford the real Gucci
like
scarf.
you can't just write G on something and call
It's
it
two
Gucci.
G's. Now they're not like intersecting like they're supposed to, but you'll get the idea.
Like this is like that old song.
Frosty the Snowman.
No, he put a feather on his cap and called it macaroni.
Yeah, it is. It is like that.
That's like what you're doing. You're writing a G on it and calling it Gucci.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And the kids will eat this up. Because kids, let's be honest, no kids really know anything about Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
But the next generation, the current generation, thinks Gucci is the coolest fashion thing.
Yeah,
Like
but
they love
honestly,
it.
this
They've
is
never
cooler.
even seen Gucci.
This is cooler than Gucci stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's blowing in the wind too, which makes it extra cool.
Which also fits with the old song because the fashion that went along with macaroni
Yeah.
is
Okay.
the worst.
You want a good laugh? Go Google what because Yankee Doodle is supposed to be this idiot who sticks a feather in his hat and he calls it macaroni. Macaroni was a style.
Right. It was like the coolest style.
The cool European style that all the young kids. It was the drip of the, like 1600s.
Right.
15, 17, I don't know when it was, but it's, it wasn't cool. It never was cool.
Yeah.
It was like all the young people coming back from Europe and being like, this is cool. And all the parents being
from like France and Italy.
Yeah. Being like, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And they called it macaroni style because they had just come from like Italy and France and all these places.
Because they also brought macaroni back with them.
Yeah, they brought pasta with them, which again is the best thing to come out of that ever.
Yeah. The actual macaroni, great. The style, look it up. You will not stop laughing. We guarantee it. Is that his actual arm?
Yeah, I mean, some things, if it's not broke,
Not going for buff arm anymore. See, I actually that's scarf.
It's cool, right?
It makes the hat cool almost.
Yeah.
I can't hate on hats enough, but this is pretty cool now.
F for Frosty on his hat too. Yeah, and he's got his cell phone so he can check like the weather app.
And his pockets are dripping.
Yeah, well, no, he's just dripping all over. Like, I'll add some more. But the things about these drips is like they're not because he's melting; they're like attached.
And now his big pockets make sense because like that's why his hips are so big.
Yeah, because he's
just got like massive pockets.
Yeah, they're really big. They're kind of like those Justin Bieber diaper pants.
Yeah, but all pockets.
Yeah, all pockets.
And not sagging. They're not like a filled diaper.
Yeah, not quite.
Well, they're like super filled, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's not as gross somehow. But here's Frosty. And the sun was hot that day.
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize for the order in which I drew these rays coming out of the sun. I don't even know.
What are you doing?
I don't even know. What is that? Is
like,
that the
why
sun?
are they like connected?
I don't know. But I know it's the sun, so he's got to have sunglasses.
Yeah.
Just like Frosty.
Because Frosty's so cool.
Yeah.
It's blinding the sun.
We'll add some more wind over here by the scarf.
It's a sunny, windy day.
Yeah.
Because it's moving that scarf.
See, I don't know what else to do to him. He looks so cool. He's got that big pocket look. Mm-hmm. He's got the Crocs, which is arguably the worst thing about his new fashion.
I'm just not looking down.
Yeah.
Because like, once you realize he's wearing Crocs,
yeah,
you're like, he's not cool anymore.
No, he's not.
But like everything
like
other
I can
than
have
that,
respect for you if I don't look at your feet.
Yeah, everything other than that,
yeah,
he's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't really know what else to add that's cool because I don't really know what's cool. Just in general.
I mean,
maybe I'll add some snowflakes.
Yeah, snowflakes are cool. By definition.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Just snowy, wintry, sunny day, windy day.
I'm pretty sure snowflakes always have 6 points and never have 8.
And snowmen don't usually walk and dance about, but you know.
Well, yeah, but some things.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd
like to apologize for my anatomically incorrect snowflakes. But I hope Frosty will forgive me.
You're not putting a magic hat on the
no.
snowflakes.
This is the hat.
No,
too.
I'm just saying that like, you're not putting it on the snowflakes.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing that Frosty needs to have. People assume it's like an old-fashioned top hat, but if we can like take this silken hat and fashion it into like a ball cap,
right,
that he wears to the side with an F, you know, keeps the sticker on it because that's what's cool. At least it wasn't when we were growing up.
Yeah, except in this case you have to like make a sticker.
Yeah. No, I'll make a sticker. It'll say Frosty.
Okay.
That's what it'll say. Anyway, this is the new and improved.
The silken hat company.
Yeah. This is the new and improved Frosty the Snowman.
Well, improved.
The new Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, just because you're up to date and current doesn't mean you're improved. In fact, it usually means the opposite.
Frosty the Snowman. He'd be so cool, though. He'd be so drip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Like, you're not going to come up with anything nearly as cool as this.
Well, we'll see.
Frosty the Snowman, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to a street near you. Because he leads them down the streets of town.
Is that
right to the traffic cop? And then he pauses for a moment when they holler stop. I think they lead him to the I mean, we went a lot of places with Frosty. It's hard to remember. He led us to prison. That's all I know. But I think I'm proud of that. He's got pockets, which I bet is what he's been asking for years. It's like all those girls you talk to. They're like, why can't everything have pockets?
Yeah.
I'm sure Frosty's been crying to all the children over the years since the 50s
they
about that.
They complain about not having pockets, but then they buy something that has pockets, and then they look at themselves and they think they look like this snowman. So then they never buy pockets again.
See, there is a truth to why girls' clothes don't have pockets, and it's that it makes them look poofy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have pockets and stuff in the pockets without.
See, really, that's just how fashion goes, though. Women in did you break your mic? What the heck is going on? It's like a limp noodle. Your mic stand is just... Anyway, while Benj does that, I'll explain women's fashion.
The perfect people to do this.
Because, think about it. In Victorian times, they were all complaining. People today see they had to wear 8 layers and the dress could bear, they had to restructure doorways to get the poofy dresses through. And women are like, oh, what torture that was. Oh, what was us? The oppression. And then, it kept getting less and less poofy, until women were like, we want to wear jeans and shirts like men. But now they complain because they got rid of all the poof. All the poof is gone because they got rid of all the poof. And profound, I know. But now they ask for the poof to be back in the form of pockets. So eventually it's going to swing the other way is what I'm saying. Women are going to have such big pockets that they're going to be like, these pockets look gross. What if we just covered them with a drape of fabric? And they're going to go back to the hoops, not the hoops, what the hoop skirts? That was 50s. They're going to go back to the Victorian style where they have 18 layers, 6 of which are purses just to carry everything. Yep. And they'll be like, I need another layer to cover the pocket layer, but then I need something else to cover that layer. And then, it's going to go back.
Yeah, so
doorways will be widened.
3 layers.
Women will be poofy.
Pockets and purses.
Yeah, and we'll be right back to where we were, and they'll be calling for pocketless fashion again.
Mm-hmm. Just have your pants be equally poofy to men's.
Yes.
And have pockets.
Or back to the Victorian age for everyone.
Let's hope we don't go back to
we can dress in the macaroni style.
I don't want
the 2 poor artists in our macaroni style. Tights and the high wigs. Powdered wigs? Come on.
The worst.
Yeah, what do you think artists dressed like back in our day? I bet artists were the weird, casual-looking ones. We were.
Artists probably were the even weirder.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Looking ones.
Berets. That's really where artist fashion settled. Mm-hmm. Berets.
Okay, so Frosty the Snowman said he wanted to be updated.
It's true. We're really trying to help him out here, guys.
So I'm gonna truly update him.
You mean update him? I don't know where you're going with this.
So first of all, what? Depend. Okay, that's the signature of somebody, I guess. The pen decided to keep drawing, even though
signature of somebody.
Yeah. So
see, why that would be a cool artist name. Who are you? Oh, this is a piece by somebody. That's his signature. Has nothing to do with his name.
So we're going away with circles.
Oh, it's like a gross hexagon.
Circles are for losers.
You know, I hate to break it to you, but that's not exactly a hexagon.
The pen was not helping
The
me.
pen didn't. The pen added the signature. It didn't. Anyway.
But it also added that dot over there.
Yeah, but
and
that's just like a bit of snow.
so, but it's not. It's like 3D, right?
This is like a. It's like a gem.
Yeah, like it's cool.
Is he like ice?
Yeah, exactly. Like crystalline ice.
So this is like one of those cool ice cubes that you get at like, people are like, look at my cool ice cube tray. It makes
Like,
diamond-shaped ice.
We're gonna use science to make him be able to survive the heat longer. We're gonna get like real dense ice.
We're going to trap him in a thermos.
And we're gonna get like real dense ice.
Hydro flasks to the rescue.
It'll be kind of like crystals, but like technically there's water that makes it up. So
we're going to use like technology.
yes, we're gonna use technology, and then this part's gonna be a circle because I don't want to draw another shape.
Well, I mean, you got to keep some of his original structure.
Yeah, and
If you asked 10 people if what this was so far, how many of them do you think would say snowman?
none of them.
Like, yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought you were gonna I was trying to come up with a more clever answer than no one.
Nope.
Like,
The answer is
9 out of 10 dentists, or something.
so. These are like the knobs and nozzles and
So
stuff.
we're basically you're making like a
He's
cyborg.
gonna be a cyborg.
A cyborg Frosty the
He's
Snowman.
gonna be cyborg Frosty the Snowman.
This is getting quite high tech.
And he's gonna have an actually buff arm.
Not a scarf arm. Because my arm turning into a scarf actually worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna give him muscles and be like, "What do you want to be, Frosty? This drip snowman or this buff snowman?" Oh, he's gotta. I feel like that's cheating. I tried to do it.
Just
My
because you
art,
failed.
the art. No, it's just where the art led. I let the art lead. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have.
What is that?
This is his. He has a fist.
What? Why does this Frosty look like dangerously close to taking over the tri-state area?
Oh, if he wanted to, he could. With this body, with this buff.
They'd be like I feel like this is like the beginning of some horror movie, like some sci-fi, like Terminator.
Like they made.
Like the day we made the snowman unmeltable, they took over. Like it's just some like it starts off with like a happy Frosty the Snowman. He's like singing, and then he's like, "Wait, I'm not about because like some people experience like bliss when they're like, I've only got, live like you were dying kind of a thing, right? When Frosty realizes he's not about to melt away for another year, I feel like he's just gonna become evil,
become too powerful.
Yeah, it's gonna go to his head.
Well,
They'll be coming after him with like flamethrowers and be like, it bounces off.
A pyramid for a head.
What the heck is that? This is no longer Frosty the Snowman.
No, it is.
What is that? It's an upside down ice cream cone with arms. If you flip your drawing upside down, it is an upside down ice cream cone walking on buff arms. It's creepy as heck.
And then on top of that,
what in the world?
He's got a top hat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have a distinct feeling that even by the end of this drawing, no one's going to recognize this as a snowman. It's just some like cyberpunk nightmare. Some like steampunk terrifying creation. Nothing about this says Christmas time. That's all I'm saying, Frosty. When you're watching this
He's
video
got a monocle
in your igloo, trying to decide what you want to look like. Monocle. This thing is terrifying. He's like the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. Tell me this isn't just the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that what the Nightmare Before Christmas mayor is supposed to be? He's Frosty the Snowman turned zombie.
Yeah, but this isn't zombie. This is cyborg.
This thing is scary, Benj. And tell me it's not that.
No, it's pretty similar to that. He's also got to have legs.
I don't know how I feel like I drew it. I drew a snowman. This is something else. Like, they wouldn't sing Christmas songs about this guy.
I think they would.
He led them down the streets of town. Like, you wouldn't follow this guy down a street of town. Like, he would find you and drag you down the street of town.
He's got a jetpack.
Oh my gosh, it gets worse. This is not... Okay, he has a snowman face. I'll give you that. I see it now. With the coal and the carrot.
Jetpack flames.
I just have to keep looking at the carrot nose and the what I'm imagining is coal dotted mouth. How many people building a snowman this year, by the way, do you think actually have coal for the mouth? And like no one, except in West Virginia.
Right, yeah.
West Virginia, the coal flows freely. Everyone has coal. Like, they're swimming in it.
Mm-hmm.
They drive over it.
It's
got in their stockings, not because they put it there, just because it's literally everywhere in West Virginia.
He has like a TV screen here and digital coal.
It's not in different shapes?
No. I mean, it can be whatever because it's digital.
This thing, and by the way, his feet are way worse than the feet I drew, except they don't have Crocs. These are like turtle fin feet.
They're like...
There's ice skates, but roller skates.
Yeah, they're like tank treads. They can go anywhere.
It's like a snowmobile.
Yeah, like they can go on. Yeah, they can go on ice.
Snowmobile shoes sound festive.
Yeah, snowmobile.
Tank tread boots don't.
Well, what's the difference?
I mean, this
one
guy
sounds
is not
festive.
Yeah, we have to try to keep it.
How come the pen's messing up for me? Did it mess up for you?
You're not using a drawing glove.
That has nothing to do with the pen. The
pen knows.
The pen knows.
It knows when it's being handled in a drawing glove. You're gonna put the title Frosty the Snowman on this, and if someone sees this hanging up, they're just gonna be like, "Where? Where is Frosty? This isn't." They'll be so confused.
I think it's pretty obvious that it's Frosty the Snowman. But like updated. Like he's harder to melt. He's got snowmobile, shoes, jetpack.
The jetpack is not... You say jetpack as if it's like a normal part of Christmas, winter, or Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, it is. Haven't you ever seen the Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
I don't remember him having a jetpack.
Well, the elves did.
I guess that's true. But this is not... This is... It's
well, that's where he got it from. He got it from the elves.
This is like someone found Frosty's hat and they stuck it on like...
a cyborg snowman.
Yeah, like, just... I guess.
That's what it's supposed to be. Like, I'm just saying, if you had to choose to have a drippy body or a cyborg body...
That's true.
What would you pick?
It was between wearing Crocs and snowmobile shoes.
And I gave him buff arms. You're just jealous because you tried and failed to do that.
I gave him a scarf that you even said was cool.
Yeah, I ended up being impressed by the scarf.
I'll be impressed.
I'm going to give him more legs. Because do you think this guy could stand? I don't think he can stand.
I don't know what to think anymore. I just feel at this point. It's a form of disappointment, but I'm not really sure what else to call it. This is like a spider now. My mom is going to turn off the video. You're going to scare her. And she's one of our very few fans. Which reminds us, if you're a fan, leave us a comment because we love you. And Mom,
Unless you wear Crocs.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true.
Unless you wear
I'm
Crocs.
sorry. Yeah, that's true. You're still our fan.
Or if you know someone that wears Crocs.
Like if you're related to someone who still wears Crocs, like does your family anyone wear Crocs?
Probably, like my nieces and nephews.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
I can only assume.
I know my siblings do.
See, I feel like
younger
though, if you're like a little kid, it's acceptable because they're just easy, and the parents don't want to have to like worry about. Because you can wear them anywhere for anything.
It's like people that are older than us
when
that
you're,
wear Crocs.
But like
you're older. You're supposed to have wisdom and know better.
Yeah. So now he can stand real well.
I feel like you should draw him on like a web. Like
he has 6 limbs, not.
So he's like a squid.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I could
an
draw.
insect. No,
I can
no,
give him,
no.
like,
Sign it.
Like stick.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not a fan of this pen messing up.
What? Just fix it. This is embarrassing.
Well, how do I fix it?
Just
like I'm not even touching, and it just like draws.
this is a sign from the pen that you've done something unnatural.
So now he has like the regular stick arms and the buff arms.
Yeah, see, I actually like that part because that's more traditional. People will be like, wait, it is a snowman. The screen will turn on. It'll be like the coal buttons. You're like, oh, maybe he's not here to take over our small village.
No, but he is, if he wants to.
Yeah, but is that what we want?
Frosty.
Is this what Frosty wants? He's so
whatever
jolly
he
and
wants.
happy. This can't be what Frosty wants.
Frosty can, like, this body
You've
gives
met him.
This body gives him the option.
After all the time we spent with him this winter, you really think this is the impression of what you got? His heart?
Frosty wants the option.
I think this is like the test. Frosty's moral dilemma. He has to deny this choice for the good of all children and Christmas itself.
Or he takes this form and chooses to dance with it.
But like it would be like a crazed dictator dancing, and everyone's like, "Dance or it'll hurt us." This is not what Frosty the Snowman is about. He's about cool, drippy fashion of the modern sense.
I don't think either of us know Frosty.
Maybe it was a mistake. Just fix the pen.
How do I fix it?
Undo. Undo. Top button. Very top.
I don't know where the undo button is.
Just
because
press the button, and when it's the pen's fault, the rules are loose.
Frosty?
Yeah, people need to be able to read the title of this so that they're so confused. Like, calling this a snowman is a lie.
Like, the pen wasn't messing up for you.
It approved of my art. Why is that a capital M?
It's not, it's just pointy.
I feel like there needs to be double quotes around snowman. Like, snowman. Yeah. Man. This is like some cyberpunk terrifying futuristic nightmare.
He wanted to be updated.
Imagine being like,
I'm giving him the most update.
You know those movies where like people like wake up and they're like 10,000 years in the future. Imagine waking up and this is what Frosty the Snowman has turned into.
This is also like
dystopian world of
this is also like a test. Like how much metal, how much carbon can we fit in
and still call it
a snowman so the hat works? Like can the hat bring this to life?
Oh god. What a sick,
it's an experiment.
Mad scientist here.
Like, we need to know. Like, could you put the hat on just a robot? Probably not. It has to be a snowman.
It's activated by snowmen.
Like, how much snowmaniness? Like, if I took these traditional arms off,
like how many legs and arms can you add until it's... I feel like that's where those arms came in. They're like, quick, find a stick. But we're in the future and we don't have sticks anymore. Find some. And they're like, go to the museum.
It won't come to life unless there's a stick.
Get some coal. Get a carrot. But gosh, man,
it's an important thing to find out. the limits of the hat.
Well, Frosty, the choice is yours. The choice is yours.
Yep.
You've come to us for updating, and this is what we have decided.
I think it might be
want.
too hard for Frosty to decide. We should like put a poll up, have people vote,
All right.
and then that will help Frosty.
Oh,
make his
yeah.
decision.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure is the best way to choose major life decisions.
Yeah, like what body you're gonna have.
Yeah, exactly right.
Those regular life decisions we all
I
make.
mean, that's how the rest of us choose what we look like in real life anyway, based
You
on
just don't-
social pressure. And
Yeah, most of us don't remember deciding those.
there's not like a
choices.
literal like poll that's like, here's the results of what the
Yeah.
world has decided you should look like.
Right.
But that's what we're going to do. So make sure you check out the poll. Make sure you read the description. And we will see you next week on Christmas Eve.
Yes. Christmas Eve is on a Sunday this year.
Which means you will have 2 poor artists on Christmas Eve.
Yep. Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.